I've been getting results from my Google Search Console account in regard to what search engine queries and keywords are ranking and what position they are on the pages. And my question is how can I maximize this potential? So for example, if one page is showing a ranking of 13 in Google for a keyword, what are the steps that I should be taking to maximize its ranking up to number one? Is it creating more blogs around the keyword, diving into some technical SEO to try to improve the page or make another page specifically for this keyword? Would love to get some input.
So first thing you want to do in Search Console, let's go ahead and share the screen again. I'll give you another look at something with Search Console. Let's go to here. Let's just say here, kind of based on, if I go to average position, this is sort of what they're looking or showing. Oops, did not mean to hit that. There we go. Okay, so let's take, okay, here, perfect example, right? 4-point inspection near me. It's in the 13.4 position, right? Now, the first thing you want to do with this is click on that. And this way you kind of narrow it down. After doing that, you can go to pages. This now tells you which pages are the ones showing up the most and getting the most impressions. So notice here, this is their local listing for Tampa that's got 39 impressions, but ranking the best and gotten the most clicks. If I sort by impressions, we can see that this page, the 4-point inspection page, is got the most impressions as this one here. Here's another one, 4-point inspection page. And that's at the 12.9 spots. These are the average positions. By that, sometimes it might be at number 9, sometimes it might be number 15. That's what's called your average position based on lots of other things. So in this situation, what I would probably do is, since this one here is sort of the closest to the beginning, it's got, it's pretty good right now. 4-point inspections there. It's for this query. So the word near me is in this one. Now, near me is a little bit weird because it's really hard to work the term near me into a grammatically correct sentence. And so we do stupid things like just say, have you been searching Google for a 4-point inspection near me? If you have, we've got the answers, right? So almost ask it as a question. Like, have you been searching for a 4-point inspection near me on Google or in search? So you can add the keyword there. You can also put a keyword phrase like this on other pages of your site and link to that page. Creating a new piece of content, is not going to do the trick because the new piece of content isn't what's getting ranked. If you're 13.4, you're already getting ranked, right? And so the idea is to improve upon the page or pages that you have so that they have the best shot at getting ranked. If I were to go back to the queries again before this, and let me get another one that's a little close but doesn't have the word near me. Let's go to the next page here. Well, let me get rid of the near me's. New query, not containing near me. So I'll get rid of those. And now I can go ahead and put the position back and take a look here. That's a little closer. So let me see if I can find a good one here. Yeah, I'll do this. Let me go here and pick positions. And I'll say smaller than 21. Okay. All right. So here's everything that's in the top 20, so to speak, right? Here's a good one, right? 19.6 for construction inspection service, right? Or even here's one, home inspection, Wesley Chapel. That's a good one. That's location here. If I click on that, again, I can begin to see which pages is triggering that. Looks like the home page is triggering it, as is the Wesley Chapel FL page. And that Wesley Chapel FL page averages 18.8. So remember, this average query takes into account the fact that some of these are in the 39, some in the 65, 18, and so on down the line. What I'd probably do is I would take this page, which is Wesley Chapel FL already, and I would do some optimization on that. And by that, I would mean this page, home inspection Wesley Chapel. Well, does it say home inspection Wesley Chapel? Home inspection in Wesley Chapel on the page. If I go to it, can I add home inspection? And like this just says, inspection services. What if I said home inspection services in Wesley Chapel, Florida, right? Within the content, maybe have inspection service in Wesley Chapel. Maybe on one of the, again, this one has a little bit light on the content. It's an old site, by the way. We're actually redoing a lot of his content because of this. It's so light in content. I'd probably add some more content here and talk more about home inspection. Maybe have a home inspection in Wesley Chapel in a heading, an H2 or an H3 page. I'd probably have something like on the homepage that says, maybe saying home inspection in Wesley, maybe have a listing of home inspection in Wesley Chapel. Look at bullet points and stuff. Maybe on other pages that are near cities near Wesley Chapel, you can even say, hey, are you looking for home inspection in Wesley Chapel? Check out this. So I would optimize these pages a bit more to focus, make sure your title tag, this one says, Divinity Inspection Service, Tampa, Brooksville, Florida. Like I would probably change that title tag to be home inspection in Wesley Chapel, maybe change the description, So take a look at the different parts of a page that you can optimize and see if you're using that keyword or a variation of those keywords. Because remember, it's not like it used to be. It used to be with Google where if the query that you look for was not physically on the page, it wouldn't rank. But that's not the case anymore. Google's looking at intent. They're not looking at keywords, they're looking at intent. So if I see home inspection Wesley Chapel, what's the intent? Somebody wants to have an inspector come out and inspect a home, and they probably live in Wesley Chapel. Or they're moving to a home in Wesley Chapel and they want to have it inspected. So you could say Wesley Chapel home inspector in Wesley Chapel, home inspection in Wesley Chapel home inspection company, and you can mix up the variation because Google already knows that that page is about Wesley Chapel home inspection. So you could take that keyword phrase and you can definitely use it in those primary areas. And if you are a member in All-Star, you should definitely be able to go take a look at the masterclass for on-site optimization. We talk about all the different places on each page of your website that you can add keywords to or optimize for. And so find places where maybe it's missing, find places where you can add additional content, make the content more relevant, more valuable. Take a look at those primary places, your titles and your descriptions and your headings and bullet points on other pages, menu items. Where can you put it that would make the most sense? And keep the idea of what we call topic drift, the idea of people look for the same thing in different ways, right? So for example, if I get rid of this and I just put in Wesley Chapel, right? Just saying, show me anything with Wesley Chapel. Let me get rid of this page here too. Oh, okay. Queries containing, that's right, sorry. There we go. So you see here's home inspection, Wesley Chapel. And actually, let me see if, let me actually do a second query and look for the word home. There we go. Home inspection, Wesley Chapel. Home inspectors, Wesley Chapel. That's North Carolina, no good there. Home inspection, Wesley Chapel, FL. Home inspector, Wesley Chapel. Home inspectors, Wesley Chapel, FL. Wesley Chapel, FL, home insurance, cover hurricane damage, no good. Wesley Chapel, FL, home insurance and hurricane. Home inspector, Wesley Chapel, again, there's North Carolina. So there's several different variations in how people search for a home inspection. Home inspection, home inspector, they use Wesley Chapel. They say in Wesley Chapel sometimes. They say Wesley Chapel FL, so they don't get the NC stuff. And so that's what we talk about topic drift, the idea that people look for things a little differently. Google understands that this, although that's searched for the most, that's pretty much the same as this one here, and it's pretty much the same as this one here, and it's pretty much the same as this one here. So mix it up. Keep it, don't keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. Mix it up, allow for topic drift. If you're a dog trainer in Tampa, somebody might say dog trainer Tampa, Tampa dog trainer, dog training school in Tampa, puppy training Tampa, Tampa puppy trainer, puppy training classes, puppy kindergarten, right? It all means the same thing, right? It all means I got a dog, I want some help, right? But people look for it differently. But all those differences, if you've written a good piece of quality content, those keywords and variations of them should naturally, let's call it organically, appear within the content. And read through your content. If you're not seeing those variations or it seems repetitive, mix up a little bit. It's okay to add home inspection in Wesley Chapel. It's okay to add the word in, right? If you can't make a grammatically correct sentence using home inspection Wesley Chapel, and you need to go with home inspection in Wesley Chapel, that's okay. Google understands still what it means. So it's not nearly as literal as it was before. And as well, when you look at, something like this, right? Wesley Chapel, Florida home insurance cover hurricane damage. If I click on that, the page that occasionally might show up for that, this is really a long tail keyword. It's unlikely. Here, let me copy that, and I'm going to do a search for it here in Google, and I get a bunch of stuff that comes back, right? I get, let's see, tools, about 633,000 results for that. But if I put this in quotes, saying how many have that exact phrase, zero. No pages actually have that exact phrase on the page. All right. So how come people are showing up? Because nobody uses quotes. And again, it goes to my point that Google understands intent, right? This has got to do with home insurance, hurricane damage, what can be done. And so there's probably a blog post somewhere on the Divinity site that they're showing up, but they're showing up way back in the back of the pack, right? It was like 74th. So they're not really showing up for anything of value there. But people are looking for something like that, or they look for it. It doesn't mean it's on the page. And that's important to understand. A ton of these long tail searches, they are not on pages. I'll do the same thing. Here's a shorter one, Home Inspectors, Wesley Chapel, FL. If I go ahead and type that in here and take a look at the tools, it shows me I've got 172,000 results, right, showing up there. If I go and put this in quotes, there are now exactly one page on Google with that exact phrase. So why is that? Well, why did it go from 100 and whatever thousand it was to one? Because Google understands intent and is showing you what you need to look for. I don't know if Divinity is up here or not. They're not in Wesley Chapel, physically in Wesley Chapel. So yeah, I don't think they're going to show here because there are a bunch of others nearby. Anyways, I think that kind of covers that question pretty thoroughly. And if not, again, reach out and we can kind of talk separately.
Man, I need to get more into the Google Search Console. There's so much stuff in there.
Yeah, there is. And we are going to have a masterclass coming up for Google Search Console. And in the current All-Stars, there should be a class on doing keyword research with Google Search Console. And I kind of go over a lot of that, how to narrow things down, how to navigate that screen, how to look at things. So if you're looking to get more information about how to use that to see pages, to see keywords, to filter stuff like I was doing, that'd be the place to go.